Every now and then, I'll watch a foodie video that's so confusing I have to actually sleep on it. This water taxi episode was one of those videos. Now keep in mind, there's so much that they missed in this one day. That's why I titled my video the way that I did. From what they ate to where they went and how they got there, I really think that this vlog is just a mishmash of little snippets. In my opinion, there were two real vlogs here. The first one would have been shopping at the mall, and the second one would have been wherever they went after the water taxi. Instead, this vlog is all about how they got to where they were going. You'll see what I mean.
In the elevator, Salah is finishing up some things in the room, and I'm like, I need to go get coffee before the taxi gets here. So I cannot without coffee today. It's humid, 90% humidity today. Yellow.
Okay, so are you with me on how weird this is? They took a taxi to the mall, but they weren't sure about the halal food options. So instead, Foodie got the equivalent of a deconstructed fillet of fish without the bread. Now, after this lackluster lunch, what would you say if I told you that they somehow walked by the city's oldest halal restaurants, or one of them anyway? Because that's exactly what they did. In a little bit, you're going to see Foodie walking and talking and telling us how great it is to be spontaneous. Well, all you have to do is look at a Google map of the park where they visited and see that you're right near a halal restaurant. And it's not just any old halal restaurant either. It's one of the best known in the city. Go figure. Kareem Roti Mataba is the restaurant I'm talking about, and this is where they could have had a really good halal lunch. It's right across the street from the park, and just the word roti in the title made me think that that was somewhere they could eat. When you click on it on Google Maps, you see that it's a halal restaurant and has probably been established since about 1943. If you saw the Jod Fairs video, then you already know that they like roti. They got the banana kind with Nutella. And that's what this restaurant specializes in. The menu is enormous, and they have both Indian and Thai specialties, including mataba, which is a stuffed savory roti, the sweet roti, which we know that they've tried and they liked, and other Indian specialties like biryani, chicken with rice, and Thai specialties like curries. There was so much here that they could have tried. And I don't know about you, but when I hear the word park, I instantly think of a picnic. Just get the food to go, don't even eat it at the restaurant. Find a park bench and just sit there, stare at the river and eat your food. Done and dusted. Just keep all of this in mind as we watch her continue on in this video.
Honestly, you can plan a whole day out, write out an itinerary, but sometimes the best adventures are just going out, period, and walking down the streets. There's so many different things on the streets of Bangkok to discover. Different plants, different vendors, different parks, so much. There's so much cultural diversity. It's so fun to discover. Eventually on our walk, we came upon the Santi Chai Prakan Park. This beautiful green urban park of 3 meters in size is such a nice area for some exercise and discovery.
Okay, so you heard that, right? So supposedly they were just wandering along and they just happened to come across this park. They didn't notice the halal restaurant across the street, and somehow they're going to find a pier and try taking a water taxi. Is anyone else confused yet?
And finally we made it to the dock. We are excited to try the boat ride here. We had to purchase tickets, by the way, but they were so cheap. It was only 32 bahts for the both of us. It means 16 bahts for each one of us to ride, which is incredible.
Okay, so this is where I got really confused. In this segment, you'll see that they got on the wrong boat. Now, I'm not saying they inadvertently got on the incorrect boat. I'm saying they chose the wrong boat. In Bangkok, the Chao Phraya River is a major waterway, and people use it to commute, just like you would with a metro or a regular bus. So what they did was they purchased tickets for the water taxi instead of the tourist boat, which I think Foodie thought she was getting on. To give you a better idea of what I'm talking about, here's a map of all of the Chao Phraya River express boat routes. Now think of these boats as water taxis, sort of like city buses but on the water, okay? There are different routes, orange, red, blue, yellow, and they all are designated by the flag on the back of the boat. The boat that Foodie and Salah got on had an orange flag, so they were on the orange route, not the blue route, which is the tourist boat. So missed opportunity number 2 in this entire video is that they got on the wrong boat. It would have been a lot less crowded for them had they taken the tourist boat, even though it was more expensive, because it's a boat designed for cruising just for tourists. If you've ever been in a big East Coast city like Boston, DC, or New York, then you know that there are things called hop-on, hop-off buses, and the tourist boat is just like that. You pay for the whole day, and you can get on and off at any stop. You can sit on the boat and listen to the little sightseeing recording, or you can get off and explore on your own. At 200 baht for the whole day, that's still quite a bargain for someone like Foodie who needs a seat, don't you think? So I don't know, maybe they were just taking the water taxi because they were just going to one particular place, and we just haven't seen that vlog yet. But look at what they're missing out on. Foodie could have been sitting in style in a larger, more comfortable boat the entire time, listening to recordings about the history of the locations they were seeing and going from place to place without having to walk.
Okay, good.
Instead, she's crowded on a commuter boat with a whole bunch of people. She's made to stand up, and she's clearly not very happy about it. She talks on and on about why the water's brown. We know why the water's brown, Foodie. It's a river. We've seen them before. Yet this could have gone a whole lot differently.
I'm not gonna lie, after all that walking, we were hoping to sit down and enjoy the boat ride, but it was too packed. But it was okay. Leaning over the edge looking at the water was just as enjoyable.
And by the way, the boat is considered as a very common method of public transportation here in Bangkok, so it's not used for tourism only. Alright guys, we're gonna end the video here. It was a very nice experience taking the boat from dock to dock as a transportation. And for sure we're gonna have a seasick, but it's okay, we had fun. Right babe?
Yeah, I feel a bit dizzy, but you know, we had to stand the whole time. It was very packed, but it was still a good experience overall.
I can feel you.
Drop me a line in the comments and let me know what you think. Do you think they got on the wrong boat too? I'd love to hear from you.